In the wake of the brutal assassination of Charlie Kirk, a lot of California conservatives are asking, what can I do to join the fight? Well, guess what? There's a special election coming up November 4th, and we've got to stop Gavin Newsom's corrupt redistricting scheme, Prop 50. Coming up, I'll walk through the various ways you can get involved in your area in the fight. And we've got the latest polling showing while Newsom has a slight lead in Prop 50, it's still very winnable for either side. All that and more coming up. I'm Carl DeMaio, chairman of Reform California and a California state legislator. And we are still reeling with a bunch of emotion from the assassination of Charlie Kirk. And a lot of conservatives in California, as they process their emotion, they are channeling their anger, their fear, their sadness into resolve, a resolve that I haven't seen in so many years. And if you are interested in taking action, the best way to take action is to get involved in politics, get involved in the fight to honor his memory. His life work was about getting people activated for the conservative movement. And we have a special election coming up here in California in a matter of weeks. It's called Prop 50. Californians will be receiving ballots as early as October 3rd, 4th, 5th. And Prop 50 it is just so awful. You want to talk about an assault on democracy. You want to talk about unfair and bullying. It is Gavin Newsom's corrupt redistricting scheme that would hand power back to the politicians to manipulate the lines of election districts. And we've got to stop it. It's going to be a close election. I'm going to share with you in just a moment the latest polling from both sides. Both the Republican polling and the Democrat polling shows that this is a jump ball. But I want to give you the web address for how you can get engaged in the No on Prop 50 campaign. Go to the website defendfairelections.org, defendfairelections.org. There you will find information on the No on Prop 50 campaign, the various message points. We've got the top 5 reasons why people should vote no on Prop 50, and you can share this page with all your friends and family. Also, I'm asking you to take a moment to sign up as a volunteer at the bottom of the website. You can just put in your information, first name, last name, email, phone, and zip code, and you will get notices on what's going on in your neighborhood. In fact, we are coming to your area very soon with a variety of No on Prop 50 and California voter ID events. If you click under the event tab, you will find we have radio rallies starting in October 9 and 10. And then we're on a bus tour across the state with rallies in every part of the state. And I will be at each of these rallies. I'd love to meet you. A lot of people have said, well, in the wake of the assassination of Charlie Kirk and what they did at a public event, are you worried? Of course I'm worried, because there are unhinged individuals out there that will do evil acts. But I will not be deterred. Charlie was not deterred, nor should you. And I'm urging you to join me at these events and organize in your area for No on Prop 50 and get the petitions for the California Voter ID Initiative. So events, please sign up. So sign up as a volunteer, sign up for the events, and then finally, please do chip in a contribution of any amount to the No on Prop 50 campaign. We've got a dedicated campaign fund that you can contribute to. Even $5 helps put fuel in the tank of our fight and our movement. So let me go through the polling real quick on Prop 50. It is a jump ball. And in this polling, we have 2 sets of polls. One is from a Republican group fighting Prop 50, and the other is from Gavin Newsom's group supporting Prop 50. And these polls were done literally in the last 7 to 10 days. Neither poll, however, was done during the Charlie Kirk assassination and the aftermath. But here are the numbers. And what it shows is it is a jump ball. The yes campaign, Newsom does have a slight lead, but it is not insurmountable. And Prop 50 is literally a jump ball. Any side can win. The Republican poll shows 48% yes, 41% no, 11% undecided. The Democrat poll shows 52% yes, 44% no, and 4% undecided. Any movement of a couple points can defeat Prop 50. And so this race is going to boil down to two things. Number one, which side turns out their base in greater numbers. Because special elections are low turnout elections. So getting every single Republican to vote no is precious. It is crucial. And that's why our No on Prop 50 campaign starts with those rallies and is exclusively focused on, in phase one, turning out the vote with the Republicans. But the second part is that there are, I would say, probably 10%, maybe 15% of voters who are Democrat and independent that are still persuadable. And some of them right now are saying they're going to vote yes, but they are persuadable to vote no. And that is on the basis of, look, you may not like Donald Trump, and that's why Newsom says you need Prop 50 is to stop Trump, orange man bad. But why are we letting hatred of a man, why are we letting that hatred get you to give power back to politicians so that they can manipulate districts for their own partisan and personal advantage? That is corrosive on democracy. That undermines fair elections. That's not who we are. Two wrongs don't make a right. Those arguments very much persuade a lot of Democrats and independents who may not like Trump, but they really don't like rigged elections. They don't like being unfair. They don't like politicians manipulating the lines of districts through gerrymandering. And so any movement of those 15% of voters with those messages can be impactful. It could result in the defeat of Prop 50, and that's exactly what we're focusing on. Now, here's one development that is pretty key. And I've got polling that shows that Democrat and independents that are persuadable have a favorable opinion of former Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger. And he does not like Trump. He didn't vote for Trump, but he was also in favor of the original proposition that took the power away from politicians to gerrymander these districts. So he can be a big factor in this election. Unfortunately, he's been a little reluctant to kind of directly get involved in the campaign, the No on Prop 50 campaign. But he did an event at USC, and he gave some vicious quotes against Prop 50, and it's on video. And these quotes in the video can now be used by the No on Prop 50 campaign to feature him as the argument against Prop 50. He says, quote, "They are trying to fight for democracy by getting rid of democratic principles of California. It is insane to let that happen." Schwarzenegger in this video is going to be used, I predict, in the No on Prop 50 campaign. Quote, "They want to dismantle this independent commission. They want to get rid of it under the auspices of, we have to fight Trump. It doesn't make any sense to me because we have to fight Trump, yet we become Trump." Again, these arguments are very persuasive with those independent and Democrat voters that I mentioned earlier. Now, I do believe that this race is completely winnable, but it's going to boil down to whether you're willing to get off the couch and into the fight. And if I can't persuade you to do that just based on the logic of voting no on Prop 50, I want you to reflect upon the vicious way that Democrats, some Democrats, not all, I want to be fair, have condoned violence, have engaged in violence, and have incited violence. At the very least, you can say that Gavin Newsom and Democrat politicians in California, across the nation, but in California, they have incited violence by calling Republicans Nazis and fascists and racists and homophobes, simply because Republicans have a different point of view on policy issues. None of that is true, by the way, but it is hateful. It is incendiary rhetoric that crazy people will hear, and they will use that to justify violence. The ends justify the means. We're fighting fascists. We're fighting Hitler. We're fighting people who are doing evil. So therefore, we must take matters into our own hands. You know damn well that that's what happened last week. It's open shut case. A deranged individual, unhinged, heard all that rhetoric and decided to act on it. It's false rhetoric. It's incendiary and dangerous rhetoric. But that is what one side is engaging in. And I'm not saying the other side doesn't do that. Whenever it's done, it should be condemned on both sides. But we're seeing a preponderance, overwhelming number of Democrat politicians engaging in this sort of dangerous rhetoric. We are in the fight for our lives. Policy has an impact on lives. But now, sadly, the entire political environment potentially has an impact on lives. If we go there, if our democracy goes there, we are not going to survive as a country. And the idea of politicians saying that they get to silence voters by gerrymandering districts, and that's what this is. You are literally taking pockets of voters and silencing them, saying that they don't get a voice. We're going to rig the districts so that 40% of Republicans in the state of California get 3% of the seats. When you do that to people, when you strip them of their voice, when they feel that the process is unfair, it is an assault on them. It is dehumanizing. It literally gets to an emotional level. And so I'm urging everyone to make Prop 50 the fight of the year. And we're going to need you to get involved in the campaign. So go to that website, defendfairelections.org, share it, tweet it out, post it on social media, like this video, share this video so that your friends know that there's an opportunity to join the fight and that this is the best way to do it. Join me at one of those upcoming events. Go to the website, joincarl.org, joincarl.org. That takes you to the direct list of events. Chip in a contribution, sign up as a volunteer. Get off the couch, get in the fight. Let's save democracy. No on Prop 50. Until next time, I'm Carl DeMaio, Chairman of Reform California and a California State Legislator. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. But before you click away, please subscribe to this channel and click that notification button so you get updated when we post new episodes. Plus, like this video and share it with your friends so that we can help spread our message across the state. Reform California with Carl DeMaio is paid for by Carl DeMaio for State Assembly.